Hello my lovelies, happy Wednesday. I hope you're all okay. The sun is out and it's a beautiful day here. I hope it's all nice by you as well. We're going to do like a really quick project tonight. This is really great for if you're making for charities, if you're making for craft stalls, if you've got on a PTA or grandma or something and you're making to help raise funds or anything. These are really easy to do. My friend of mine is doing a fete on Bank Holiday Monday, and she wanted, she's like, oh, can you make me some like scrunchies or something to sell to raise some money for charity? It's like, yeah, I'll do it. And I made 3 or 4, and then I was just like, oh, I'm really bored of these. There's got to be a quicker way to do it. So I did a bit of Googling and YouTubing and found this method, which is the Burrito method, which can be used for lots of things, not just scrunchies, can be used lots and lots of things. They use it a lot in dressmaking as well, for like facings on tops and dresses and things. It's so fast, it's so quick. I've genuinely made like 15, 20 in an hour. It's really fast, so I'll be able to make a lot out of all my scraps. This is really good as well if you are making like you're using up scraps and odd bits of material, because they doesn't use very much. Let's say hello to some people. Hi Anne, hi Melba, hi Carolyn, hi Marilyn, hi Natalie, hi Lindy Lou. Hello my darlings. Hope your bruise is all right today, Linda. Hopefully you're feeling a bit better today, darling. So yeah, that's what we're going to do tonight. It's going to be a quick one, I'm afraid. You're not going to have to put up with me for very long because it's going to be nice and quick. So we're going to go over to the overhead. Now, first things first, you can all hear me. Can you all hear me okay? Because there was an update on the software which made all the microphones go funny, and I think I've got them right. But I don't know which one is working. I don't know whether it's the one over here, whether I'm louder over here, or whether it's the one over here and I'm louder over here. So hopefully you can all hear me okay. So right, I'm gonna flip over to the overhead. You can all hear us, yeah? Brilliant, fab. So we are going to make scrunchies. I've genuinely made these in like 45 minutes. I did a few others. That one's too big. I need to put less elastic in that one, but you never know, somebody might want it just around a bun. And this one I did because I saw a different YouTube one which was a double one. So I might make some of these as well. And if I can get a quicker, because this took quite a while, if I can get a quicker way of doing those, I will do a little 1 o'clock on those. But pardon? Yeah, you can hear fine and no echo. Amazing, thank you. Can't hear me at all, Carolyn. All right, okay, you'll have to go with subtitles then, babe. But these little ones here, I know I think Sarah did a scrunchie one ages ago, but they are so quick. This is such a quick method, this Burrito method, and uses hardly any fabric. And you can chain piece away as well. As you can see, I've already got a load ready to put the elastics in. I've been chain piecing. So this is what we're going to do tonight. Okay, it might just be that you're making for a little one for your Wi-Fi's paying up. Ah, rubbish. Oh, never mind, Eileen. Hopefully you can just watch back later. Hi, Jean. Hello, darling. So this is what we are going to do tonight. Is some scrunchies, but Burrito method. Okay, so put those aside. You can get 2 scrunchies out of a fat 8 easily. Easily. 4 scrunchies out of a fat quarter. Got a feeling this is the method you use. Yeah, it seems to be quite popular. I've got a little fat 8 here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm keeping it the length, which is 22-ish, but you can make these smaller or longer depending on how scrunchy you want them. So these were done at 22, which is the length of a fat 8. But if you want them to be sort of more gathered, you can put more fabric into them if you want to. Okay, but I think that's enough. Okay, right, and then I'm going to cut this down to. I would if I could. There it is. Couldn't find my rotary cutter. You want 4.5 inches. That's what I'm doing them at. Again, if you want wider ones, you can make them wider. If you want them narrower ones, you can make them narrower. But 4.5 inches seems to work. Okay, so there we go. So I'm going to cut 2 like that. A little bit of scrap. I suppose you could, if you've got a fat 8, you can make them 5 inches each, but that's going in my scrap bucket. I'll use that for something else. I'm just going to trim off those salvages, and we're going to make 2. This is how quick this is. But you can do all this cutting and then just sit and chain piece these. These are brilliant for, genuinely brilliant for, like, if you're on PTA or charity stall or whatever, or you just want to make them for the kids to play. This is pretty fabric. This is the Vintage Soul, this one, which should still be on the website, hun. Hi, Nikki. How are you, love? So, first things first, we're just going to stitch the short ends together, okay, like that. Stitch those together, and then I'm going to show you the burrito method. So it's yeah, this was really, really quick and easy. I'd made 3 and it was starting to annoy me. I thought there's no way I'm going to make like 50 of these. I'm just using an edge of foot, not 1/4 inch, just sort of 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, using this method, because it took me about an hour to make 3, and then I YouTubed this and I was like, oh, this was last week. This is a really easy method. There we go. So we're going to do that. Still getting used to Sarah's machine. Mine's not going to be back for a good week. And then we're going to iron this seam open. Okay, so we're going to go back over here. We're going to iron this open. So open this out like that. Now I did try it where you leave a gap in this side seam, but that took longer again. It was harder to stitch them up. So this is the way that I found that I liked the best. Not that I found it, it was somebody else's method. I'm just you going with it because it works. Okay, so keeping that side seam in the center, we're going to roll this now. So what I'm going to do is just this top bit, I'm going to leave this piece flat. I'm going to roll that to the center and roll that top bit to the center again, like that. And then flip it so it's nice and small. Okay, so I'm going to do that again for you. So to the center like that. Can you see it sort of looks like a burrito now on the ends? Flip it over like that. It doesn't really matter as long as it's small here, basically. I'll make them for a netball team. Special request from daughter Sophie. Ah, brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. You could make them in school colours and all, couldn't you? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this edge here right the way up there. Okay, so it's like a burrito. Okay, and we're going to stitch along here, along this long edge here. All right, so I'll just hold that still a second. Turn the camera. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to start stitching sort of just here. Okay, not too close to the edge, but once you've done one or two of these, so back stitch nicely. So nice couple of stitches, back stitch it, secure that edge, and then we're just going to stitch down until we can't stitch any further, basically, to start with. So all the way down like that. You can see this folded bit is coming up, so I'm going to stop about there. So stop with your needle in and lift your foot, and then I'm going to try and do this so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to grab this little bit here, the top piece of fabric, and just put, and I'm holding on back here, okay, just to anchor it. I'm just going to pull it through and pull, 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 and pull, pull, pull. This would also be great if you're making bag straps and all as well. You could do that burrito method, this burrito method. So I'm going to keep pulling like that. You can see it's sort of all scrunched up again there. Make sure all that's all tucked inside again. It doesn't have to be overly neat, just tuck it in. Align those long raw edges, foot down, and away we go again. Now I can do one of these now in about 3 minutes. But I'm trying to do it a bit slower so you guys can see. So I'm getting to the end, sort of the end where it's a bit of a mess again. Anchor it this side, hold it there. Grab that top bit again and just pull, pull, pull. And what I'm doing is I'm pulling through the unsewn bit of fabric like that. Tuck all that back in. Line up my edges. I'm getting to my side seam there, so just lie that nice and flat. There we go. Keep going. So again, just a little bit more Oh, I don't know if you can see now here, I've just come to where I started stitching, okay? So I want to leave a gap in it, so I want to leave sort of a 2-inch gap. So again, just come down to about there, which is about 2 inches away, back stitch, cut my thread. Honestly, this is going to be over in about 2 minutes. Back over here we go, and you've got something that looks like this now, okay? Going to pop your fingers into the gap and you're just going to pull it right sides out. All right. Hi Cheryl, how are you, love? Hopefully you're all okay. Like I said, so this isn't really a quilty thing really, but I just thought it was a really cute method. And sometimes it's nice to see something a bit different, isn't it? Push it all the way through. Okay. Then we're going to have to roll this seam and iron it. So you need to talk to me for a second. Hi Mary, how are you, love? Like that. So we're going to roll that seam to the edge and we're going to press as we go. Like that. You just got to work your way around. So what have you all been up to? What have you been working on? Anybody been working on anything interesting? I've been quilting my all fenced in quilt up today. I'm trying to play around with some designs, which is probably not a good idea when it's going into a competition. It's not my best quilt by any means, but it's, you know, I thought, well, it gives me an excuse to quilt it by putting it in. My quilting, I've been doing different patterns and things on it. I'm not sure it's great, to be honest, but do you know what? It'll be fine. There's the little gap there that I pulled through, so just make sure you're tucking that in nicely. Get rid of all those threads, like that, and give it a good iron. Okay. So there's the start of my scrunchie, which is what I've done with these ones. Okay, so you could sit and make loads of these before you then go ahead and do your elastic. Yeah, I'm good. I'm okay, thanks, lovely. I'm not too bad at all. Now for this length, I found that 8 inches of elastic. I'm using 1/2 inch elastic. Some tutorials were using 1/4 inch, some were using 1 inch. But you know, it is what it is. I'm going with 1/2 inch. I felt that was okay, and I'm going to cut myself 8 inches because again, for this length, that seemed to work okay. Oddly, you're going to be doing these tomorrow. Is this the method you use, lovely? This burrito method? It seems to be quite popular, this one, for making them. I'd not seen it before, so it was I was like, oh, there we go. Now, again, I've got a safety pin in the end of my elastic. I'm going to use my tong things, not tongs, what are they? Forceps that I bought from Gail at Endless Threads, because I can clamp them onto the end of the elastic, and I'm not going to lose, because look, can you see now, they're clamped in tight because of the clip there, and they it means that I won't lose the end of my elastic. It is brilliant. Yeah, it's really cool, isn't it? I'd not used this this method before to make them, and it's so fast, so fast. And now we're just gonna have to thread some elastic through. So 1/2 inch elastic, whatever elastic you want to use. You don't want to go too thin. It does need to have a little bit of width to it, but 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, whatever you like. So there's probably an easy way to do this, but that's what I'm going with today. Although my thumb's aching a little bit from the amount of elastic I've threaded this afternoon. Here we go. I just think it's nice because you haven't really got any sort of like major seams on the outside, this one. So nearly there, all the way round. There we go. Come back to the beginning. And out we go. So just going to pull that through, so I've got some to play with. Unhook that one. Oh, like that. Get rid of my safety pin, and then we're going to take it back to the machine, and I'm going to lay these flat. So some people were tying knots in them, but I think a knot can always come undone. Again, after doing a few, I was like, actually, let's whatchamacallit, sew it. Okay, so I've just laid them flat on top of each other with about what, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch of an overlap, and we're going to stitch a little box on there. Okay, so over we go here. back under the machine. So this is a bit fiddly. Sorry guys, I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to get my fingers out of the way here. Oh, come on. There we go. So stitch down, and basically I'm just stitching it down well. Back stitch over like that. Oh, it's moved a bit, never mind. And go down the length. Oh. That way. Oh, it did move, never mind. It's all going to be hidden inside the scrunchie as long as it's well anchored. There we go. And back down that side. Okay, back over we go here. And then you can just pull that inside like that. Okay, and then now, because I'm going to make about 50 for her, I could, if I was making this for, you know, a special little girl or little boy, frankly, like I said, Jason Momoa wears scrunchies, so they're not only for girls. In fact, I've just cut out some like superhero ones. You could hand stitch that close with a little lad stitch so it's nice and neat. I'm not going to, not when I'm making this amount. I'm going to just stitch across there to close it up. Use 1/4 inch elastic at 7 inches and you reef knot yours. Fair enough, lovely. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Lots and lots of different ways of doing it. Like I said, I just like the slightly thicker elastic. When I used the 1/4 inch, I found the 1/2 inch, sorry, easier to thread through and stitch. But if you're knotting them, then 1/4 inch is fine, I think, Anne. You do what works for you. There we go. So I've just stitched that up like that. We're going to trim it off. Trim off those ends like that and like that. And then just sort out those gathers. There we go, like that. Okay, and you've got a nice scrunchie there. You know, that's enough that you can get it around twice if you needed to, and you've got a little double thing going on. But if not, if it's just going over a bun or whatever, oh, hang on, let's just get that thread there. A bun or whatever, you've got enough there. Okay. So yeah, super quick. I like this burrito method. I've not done it before, so I thought I'd show you guys. Gosh, that was really quick. Do you want to see the double one? Should we do the double one tonight, or are you guys going to go out and enjoy the sunshine? Because I can do the double one if you fancy. I'm going to wait and see what you say. What takes me the longest is fabric selection. You know what I'm like? Oh, see, I literally just went and grabbed a load of fat 8s, and I'm not thinking about the fabrics too much because, you know, I think there's, as long as they're sort of pretty colours, it doesn't really matter. What do you guys? What do you want? Do you want me to do this double ruffle one, or should we do that another time? Oh, can't see anything. Nobody's commenting. What sunshine? It's raining here. Oh, is it lovely? Yeah, shall I do the double one? Right. Okay. Let's go with, there you go, I've got a fat 1/4. Now, basically, it's the same size, but you need 2 strips. So, I'm going to go 4.5, like that. So these would be more expensive because you're using a little bit more fabric. Let's just make sure that's 4.5. Oh, there we go. Like that. And then I want another strip as well. That's straight. Let's cut another 4.5 there. There we go. Yeah, don't overthink it, Carolyn. Just go for it. Okay, and then what we're going to do is I'm just going to quickly cut off those salvages. Like that. Like that. Okay. Now this time, rather than do the short edges, we're going to sew down one long edge first. Okay. The reason you're doing it in 2 pieces, I found that when I tried to do it in 1 piece and just fold it over, it just didn't work as well. It definitely worked better when I had a seam to work along. So we're going to stitch down all the way down this long edge. Okay, first. Let's go over here. No sunshine on the south coast today. It's cloudy and breezy. Oh, I can't believe that Wales is actually the sunniest place. That's a miracle. Right, you wait. It's going to be horrible tomorrow now. So edge your foot all the way down. Like that. Just line up those edges. There we go. Oh, nearly there. Just line that one up again. Oh, excuse me. So, Sessa's still stuck on jury service. She's not back with me yet. Hopefully she will be soon. But you never know. You never know, do you? Right, so we're going to open this seam out. Like this. So, let's lie this one over here. And open this out. This one is this is more like, I think they called it a ruffle scrunchie when I looked at some different tutorials for this and patterns and things, and it just gave a slightly different look. Here we go. Right, get that out the way. Camera. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Thanks, Natalie. Hopefully, there we go. So all I've done is just iron that out. Okay, iron that seam out. Then we're going to put this right sides together with the short ends matching up like that, and just match up that centre seam and chuck a pin in. It's beautiful in fish guard. Ah, nice. Nice. Oh, I'm glad someone else is getting some nice weather. And I want to leave a gap in this short edge, but you want to leave it on one side of this seam. Don't leave it over the seam. So you're going to leave a gap. It's just a turning gap here. Okay, it doesn't matter which side, but don't put it on the seam. It works much better if you don't. Okay, so over to the machine again. Sorry, pay more attention to the cameras, I promise. Get those edges together. So I'm just going to stitch down this first bit here. Across like that. And then leave my gap. There we go. Just get that edge there together. Back stitch a weeny bit, and I need to find the lock stitch on Sarah's machine. I can't remember what it is. Oh, is it that one? It might be that one actually. Is that the lock stitch? Yes, there it is. Haha, I remembered it. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to do the burrito method again. Okay, so I'm going to open it out so that seam is in the centre. And again, just before we start rolling it, let's just iron that open. That will help later when we're stitching this up. And you can see I've left a gap here in that seam. That's going to be my turning gap, okay? So just like we did the other one, bring that bit in, that top layer, and again like that, get it out of the way, and then we're going to bring the bottom layer over to meet that top edge. Okay, and we're going to burrito, but this time we're going to burrito all the way around because we've left the turning gap in the center bit, the center seam. We're going to go all the way around, start to finish. Okay, so there we go, like that, and off we go. So there we go. So you're going to have to talk to me for a second while I do this. So what are you all up to? Has anybody got any interesting news to tell me? So let me pull this down, just like I did before, pulling that top edge to pull through. Make sure all that's tucked in. Find the bottom edge. There we go. Anybody got any news? No? There we go. Once you get to the edge, find that top bit, pull it through like that. Pull through that bottom one. Make sure all this is tucked in. And if you've done it right, your side seams are looking good. They're matching up. Anybody off on holiday? The shop is very quiet at the moment, which I think means you're all off on holiday. So you're doing some EPP while you watch me. Ah, lovely. Oh, I like a bit of EPP. I don't do much of it because I always start things and never get. So can you see here? This is where I started stitching. So previously we left a gap because we turned through there, but this time I'm going to go all the way to meet that point, like that, and then back stitch. Is this you're just knitting another Triceratops? Oh, lush! Or my little Jonah Benjamin, he's a little bit obsessed with dinosaurs at the moment. Absolutely loves his dinosaurs. Jean, you've been finishing up lots of little projects today. Feeling ready to start something new now. Ah, nice. Right, what I'm looking for is that gap that we left in the side seam. And we're going to pull the whole thing through. Yeah, Jonah's just got to the age where he's like really getting into dinosaurs. We bought him a dinosaur snap game the other day. Techniquest, and he thinks he's so clever because he'll say, what is this dinosaur? And so you go, I don't know, it's a Stegosaurus or a Triceratops. He goes, ha, yes, it is a Triceratops. Like he's telling you. You're looking for an easy small bag pattern with 2 shirt straps. Have you short straps? Have you looked short straps? Have you? Well, we did the. Where is it gone? We did these the other day. Where have they gone? I've lost them. We did a little. We've done a few bags recently, Michelle. If you look back on the video tutorials, I did one the other day, which was a really nice one with circles that became a little bag with short straps, a little craft bag. Oh, girls, help me think. What else have we done? Right, you've just got to put up with me now for a second while I'm thinking. I've just got to iron this seam, this long seam, okay? Because I'm rolling it out and ironing it. What else have we done? We did the little mini make and take that we did. Oh, that's something we haven't done. We should do that again. Another swap, shouldn't we? Anybody want to do another swap? If you look on our website, there's a bag called Foldable Tote, which is a really nice tote bag, quite easy to do with little short straps as well. Japanese knot bag. That might work as well for you, Michelle. Cheryl, if you're ever in the area, Hertfordshire Zoo have the best dinosaur park. If you've seen 1 Zoo 3 on BBC. Oh, okay. Oh, I'll have a little look. I will have a little look. He's obsessed with dinosaurs at the moment. Right. Okay, so I've got basically looks like a headband now, and there's a little gap still here. But don't worry about that. What we're going to do now is we're going to do a bit of measuring. So I'm going to grab my ruler. And that measures about 3.5. So what I want to do, I want to put an inch line all the way down for my elastic to go through. So 1.5 inches, so 2.5. So I want to go in about 1.25 inches off one side. Removable pen, obviously, or marker tailor's chalk like that. And 1.5 inches the other side. So I'm drawing a line on 1.25 inches, sorry, not 1.5 inches, down, which gives me. This is going to give me like a channel down the centre. I'm going to move it round like that. 1.25 inches. This is purely so that I can, I've got a line to follow my stitching on. There we go, 1.25 inches that way. And then you just want to join them up. So now join them top where we started. There we go, there to there. And we're going to stitch down those lines, okay? You don't remember a swap? Was that a long time ago? We did... oh, we did a small... Yes, I did do that small bag, didn't I? Hang on. 2 seconds. This one as well. We did that little diddy tiny one. That little tiny one. It's got a big long crossbody, but it could be a shorter strap as well. So go back on, yeah, Michelle, go back on our video tutorials. There's lots and lots of different bags and stuff there. Am I frozen? Is it frozen? Oh, hopefully not. Right, I'm going over to the machine now, and then what I'm going to do is stitch on those lines. These lines here, we're going to stitch on the lines, all right? Frozen on your laptop, but not on your phone. How strange. I've got working cameras here according to my feed. You're not frozen, so some of you are and some of you aren't. What are you frozen on, guys? Right, give me a second. I'm just going to just flip through, because sometimes that might help. You're all good there. Oh, I don't know what's happening there. Hopefully it'll all catch back up in a minute, guys. Maybe you might have to like leave and come back in. Basically what I'm doing is I'm going to just stitch on these lines now all the way around, okay? So if you need to leave and come back in, this is going to take me about a minute, so you've got time, you're not going to miss anything. There we go, all the way around. There we go. Like that. There we go. And just getting back to the beginning, like that. So I'm just going to lock stitch that. It's back working now, brilliant, fab. Maybe it was just a little glitch for a second. Yeah, Michelle, have a little look on on all our videos. There are lots and lots there. We've done so many different bags and tutorials. My brain's a little bit scrambled because I've been in the shop by myself for 2 weeks now, and I've got a lot going on in there. I can't think of anything in particular, but we've definitely done bags with short straps before. We did that lovely circular one last week. Sandra, you're not frozen, but it's the the coolest you've been all day. Oh, bum. You and your dad jokes, Sandra. There we go. Okay. Right. So I've basically made a channel like you do with a drawstring bag. Okay. I'll pop that back on. Over we go. And then I need to find the gap, okay? So my gap's here and here. You do have to hand stitch these if you're making these. You can't do these on the machine, okay? Because you've got to stitch up that little bit. But as long as you've got a gap in the channel, that's what we're going to do. So, again, you want about 8 inches. There we go. Like that. I'm going to grab my forceps. I keep saying tongs. They're not tongs at all. They're forceps. And off we go again. So this time I'm just feeding it through the channel. Eileen, going back to what you were saying, lovely. We did 2 swaps. We definitely did them during lockdown. We did a bag and we did a little mini mug rug, and people signed up for it. And then you we did a pattern. I did a little like, sort of pattern-y thing. Like one was a foldable tote. One was a mug rug. We did it as 1 o'clock, and then people got paired up. So everybody signed up, and then Sian randomised everybody and paired you up with somebody else, and then you swapped. And it was quite nice, wasn't it, guys? For those of you who did do it, it was a nice little thing to do. Just getting all the way back to the beginning now. Nearly there. Oh, come on, fingers. And 3. There we go. So let's pull that elastic in nice and tight. Undo my tongs. Undo that. And then I'm going to just stitch down this one here. Okay, so stitch those down just like I did last time. Stitch that, and then you do have to hand stitch this closed, unfortunately. You enjoyed doing the swap. Yeah, it was lovely, wasn't it? It was really nice. Maybe I'll come up with something, a little something that you could make, and we could do a little swap again if anybody fancies it, because we haven't done that since lockdown. It would be quite nice to do that again, wouldn't it? Right. Oh, come on, stitch that way. Oh, this elastic's getting caught a bit. Sorry. And then I'm just going to stitch down the length. There we go. Back stitch, just make it nice and secure. And then But yeah, if you're doing any sort of fundraising, these scrunchies are really quick to make. I mean, the double one is slightly more fiddly, but the little ones I showed you a moment ago, super quick to make, and great for using up your scraps. You weren't a giggler in lockdown. We did something similar last summer group. It's a lovely thing to do. Oh, Eileen, I thought you'd been around since lockdown, my lovely. I thought you'd been around for ages. Well, you have, love. It feels like you've always been in our lives, my darling. There we go. And then what you want to do is just like that. Okay, now you have to hand stitch that closed, but I'm going to ignore that for now. And then push that out. Okay, like that. There we go. Okay, like that, and you get that lovely double scrunchie. Which, if you're putting it round, you know, if you're somebody who wears a messy bun but likes a scrunchie, actually round a messy bun, it's quite nice, that double bit. But if you're going to put it round like a ponytail, it'll still. Oh, there we go. You get sort of more fabric. You get more of a ruffle effect. Okay. So that's the double one. It's basically just putting a little it's wider and putting a channel in the centre. You can see with that one as well. It just, you know, it's a bigger look. All those, I think those are the big bows still in fashion, the JoJo bows. Perhaps we could do a 9th birthday swap. Yes, that's lovely. Yeah, that's a nice idea, Sean. We were talking postcard swaps. Do you know what, Jean? You're reading my. You are, what's the word? Reading my mind, because I've actually been looking at postcards recently, thinking that would be a nice idea for a swap. Everybody basically does a little A6 size piece, and it could be a little bit of landscaping, it could be a bit of a plique, it could be just fabrics that remind you of where you live, all that sort of thing, and then you send that to your swap partner. But yes, a birthday swap, we'll do that. I think that's a good plan. We'll do that. It is going to be our 9th birthday soon. There will be a mystery challenge. Do you remember the big challenge we've done for the last few? Well, we've done it every year actually since we started, and there's lots of prizes and all to be won. There will be a mystery box going on sale beginning of September, so that we can do the online gallery, and you can all submit your entries, and we do like £100 best in show, all that kind of thing and stuff. No, it feels like that. You've joined on Prince Philip's funeral. You made a Bargello table on it. Eileen, sorry. Oh, it's because I'm reading everyone's names. Eileen, darling, I feel like you've been in my life always. So I thought you were a giggler during lockdown. Yeah, so 9th birthday is coming up. We'll do our big raffle. We'll do something online. We'll probably do either a counter sale or an auction. I have got an idea for the mystery box, what the theme's going to be, colour theme and stuff and everything. So yes, and then with those mystery boxes, what you do is you make something with the mystery box. There's always a fabric one and a yarn one, and then you submit your entry, and then we do an online gallery, and people can vote. So there's a people's choice and a best in show, and it's always really, really good fun. We have some, you guys, the imagination on you guys as well is incredible. What's that? You've never seen a double scrunchie? It's fab. Oh yeah, it's just a bit different, isn't it? I just thought, you know, I haven't got any hair, but you know, if you like saying, she very often puts a messy bun in, that would just sit round, and it's just a bit different. So what else was I saying? But yeah, let's do a birthday swap. I will come up with some ideas in the next couple of days, and we'll do a birthday swap too. That would be nice. Cool, that's it from me anyway, guys. I'm gonna go and feed the kids. Well, I'm having to cook. I don't cook during the week because Josh is here normally, and Joshy cooks, and then I don't cook at the weekends because even though I used to be a chef, I don't cook at the weekends because Phil cooks, because Phil used to be a chef and he still enjoys it. But with Josh and his broken wrist, he can't cook, so I'm gonna have to put some tea together. Disgraceful. Nothing tomorrow, guys, for a live, because Cessa's still in jury service and I just couldn't fit anything else in this week. But hopefully she might be back next week and we'll do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So have a lush weekend. I might do a wander around the shop. You never know if I'm bored tomorrow or Friday. But if not, I've got Create and Craft this weekend, 7 o'clock on Saturday night, and then most of the day on Sunday. Starts at 7 o'clock in the morning. But I've got, you're going to have to put up with me lots, because I've not only got White Gecko shows, but I've got a fabric launch happening as well that I'm doing for a different company. So I'm going to be on lots on Sunday. So take care. I'm going to go get some food. See you real soon. Bye.